Kalms.
Hello there.
Today you're going to show us something that you have worked on during the last year. And no, it's not the game, even though we're all excited to see that. But it's a website that you use for monitoring game performance, right?
Yeah, that's right. I've been interested in web technology for easy the last decade and how we can use that to make better games, even when we're working on PC and console games. I think it was Oscar Gabrielsson, the current general manager of DICE, that got me interested in it. And there was this person that he brought in, which was named Enzo Martin, I think, a front-end specialist. He and a group of other people, they built a bunch of tools which were so good to use that in effect they changed how parts of DICE approached game development internally in certain aspects.
Cool. But he was a specialist, like within web technologies, right?
Yeah.
What has happened with web technologies since that make it possible for you or other people that are not like specialists within front-end development to develop these solutions?
Well, a lot has happened on the cloud infrastructure front, but also in front-end technology. So, for example, a decade ago, you typically need to start up a machine and copy files onto that machine, and you want a database. So let's set up an SQL server, and oh yeah, we should back up this one, and so on, and so on, and so on. Now these days, with advances in cloud infrastructure, then, for example, Google Cloud Platform, they have a Firebase, which it's going to host your JavaScript and HTML files for you. They have a database there, which is equipped with authentication, so you can expose that database straight to the internet, directly to people's web browsers. If you want to run a bit of code, then Cloud Functions is there. And there are similar things in Amazon and Azure's platforms as well. And all this means that you can put these things up and you don't need to worry about machines anymore. You don't need to worry about patching operating system vulnerabilities and so on. Yet you can still have your web thing up there and running. There's also on the front end side both advances in how the tools work. They're a lot more integrated. It's easy to get started. They have better concepts of components and pre-made widgets. So if you want interactions to be right and not feel like something half-broken a programmer that doesn't know UX has put together, use an existing component library. And finally, these programmer, like non-front-end specialist creations, they used to be hideously ugly. But thanks to default styling libraries, people such as myself, we can now create a web thing which it may not have a unique look, but it does at least look nice. And I think that's a fantastic helper for people such as myself.
But let's also have a look at the solution that you built. What is it and how does it work?
Certainly. So this here, the presentation half of a performance measurement system that we have built. And what this does is, well, first we have physical machines that run tests, and then they upload reports that get stored in a database. Now, this here is a list of the different reports that we had lately. Now, if you want to, you can narrow down by choosing specific date range. Okay, now we have just a subset of the reports. Then you pick one of these, and here you then have a more detailed view where you can go in and see millisecond figures for specific locations in the game during this measurement session. Now, this may not it may not seem like much, But the big thing that makes this so beneficial to the team and the game development process is that it used to be that this was a bunch of Excel files on a hard drive somewhere. But now we can make discoverability so much better for people. Hey, here's this web link. Click in here. Or, hey, this run had pretty bad performance. And then you can send a web link to someone. When they open this in the browser, they instantly see the exact run up on the screen. So it's so much easier to share this information, and people can discover it for themselves. And if you take this to its fullest extent, what happens is that the art team starts caring even more about the performance of their art, because this web thing helps them understand the performance better than when they're just sitting and creating their individual art pieces and populating their levels.
Awesome. That sounds like a very good tool. Thank you for sharing the project with us, Kalms. I'm looking forward to see what you show us next.
Thank you.